She said she didn't buy the Tahoes and none of the vehicles you purchased.
No, hell no.
Her signature is on the lease.
So she definitely bought the Tahoes.
Yeah, I mean, her signature is all over them. Of course she bought the Tahoes.
Her very brilliant boyfriend Kamal had an explanation though.
It's not even her responsibility. It's not even her responsibility.
It's not even her responsibility.
Her responsibility is to be a mayor.
Buckle up, folks, because we're about to jump into some of the most heinous, absurd, ridiculous lies, bald-faced lies, that Tiffany and her gang has ever told. Let's jump into it. What is up, gang? Carlton Flowers here with the Go Political Channel. We're back on the South Side in the South suburbs, not to be confused with the South Side of Chicago where I was born and raised. Somebody's always got to jump up in the comments and say something snarky about that, making sure that we are not confusing the South Side city proper of Chicago with the suburbs here in Dalton. But anyway, all that aside, today we're going to react to some clips from an incredible video that I watched the other day from Tommy G, who went back to Dalton to do some follow-up coverage during the election time. And the most shocking parts of this video to me were the portions where the SuperMayor Tiffany Henyard and her crew tell these just big, outrageous, bald-faced, obvious lies. And I can't get over it. So I want to talk about each incident. As we'll see here, I've got maybe 4 or 5 clips, some different lies that you're going to see coming from 3 different people. And then we're going to talk about that because I don't understand it. Why anyone would fall for this, why anyone would still follow these people, or if they think we're stupid enough to believe it, or if they are that stupid that they think they could say something as outrageous as what you're about to see and not think that your average person won't pick up on it. So at any rate, let's cut to the first clip, the first big fat lie. We're going to save the Tahoe for later on, but let's look at what happens when Tommy G sits down and meets with Kamal Woods. And I'm sorry, Kamal Woods, but this is lie number 1 that you're being exposed for in this video, and the excuse that you gave that we already saw in the intro. But you can't explain this. And it's either that we're stupid or fill in the blank. Cut to the clip. Let's check it out. We'll be right back.
She don't do the day-to-day operations. That's why you have a village administrator and a senior advisor.
But if you're responsible for running the budget of a town, and the budget's going astray,
you're talking about the person that's allotted the car, right? Mm-hmm. So they have to do what? Spend it responsibly, right? Who sees it before she sees it?
The guy that spent it, the accountant, whoever has access.
Bam. But if the CPA that's set in place, right, does not report it to the lead, the top, how would you ever know? You running a business, right? Like a real business. This is basically a Fortune 500. You know what I'm saying? You running 2 Fortune 500s, and both of them are municipal. You get what I'm saying? So when you're doing the hiring, it's not you, it's HR.
So if I understand it correctly, she's not involved in the hiring and she's not involved in the spending.
What the fuck?
How do you involve yourself in something you don't even have a car with?
The government.
130 people.
How's it going?
How y'all doing?
Good, how are you? Good to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
How are you?
Okay. Oh my God. But what the heck was that, Kamal? What was that? So she don't do the day-to-day operations. She's just allotted the card and should spend responsibly. But actually, he says at the end, she's not the one allotted the card, right? Absolutely nothing of what he just said made any sense at all. I mean, think about that. He just said that if the CPA doesn't report the responsible spending that she's doing to the lead, which she is the lead, then how would the lead ever know what's going on? Okay, that just tied my brain in knots. That was just babble. That was psychobabble. So, and then he compares her to running 2 Fortune 500 companies. But this is a municipality, the township and the village, 2 municipalities, but she's just like a Fortune 500 CEO. What Fortune 500 company would hire a person that would say, okay, give me the credit card, I'll spend responsibly, but hey, I don't know what's going on because the CPA doesn't report back to me what I'm spending. And then the end, that really caught me off guard. Tommy G most masterfully painted him into a corner when he said, so let me get this straight. Tiffany doesn't do any hiring or any spending, right? And Kamal didn't have an answer for that. So this is, I hate to say it, the level of stupidity that we're dealing with here. Why did anyone ever elect her when this is the kind of folks that she has speaking for her? That's just really sad. Maybe we all just misunderstand him. Maybe that's it. It just could be. We don't understand it. It's all over our heads, and we're just not smart enough, like Kamal and Tiffany, to figure all this stuff out. Okay, so let's go to the next lie. This is a little short one that you're going to see Tiffany telling about the election. Cut to the clip.
If you get reelected, what's something you want to do in your as mayor?
When I get reelected?
When
I'm
you
gonna
get
come in by a landslide like Trump did. Just know that. So when I get reelected, I'll be able to really show the residents, those that's been blind, to what it is that I truly vision for the Southland, which is growth, opportunity, businesses.
I swear to God, guys, I'm not going to get through this video without a migraine headache. All right, there's a lot to unpack in that short little clip. So first of all, what's up with the overconfidence when I win? So not only is she so sure that she was going to win, which I don't know. Do you think she really believed that? Post it in the comments. Do you think that she was BSing us? Or did she really believe she was going to win and come in on the landslide like Donald Trump? This is making my head hurt. I don't know. Is she that delusional? Is she psychotic? Is she crazy? Is she just mental? Is she mentally insane? Or is she just so caught up in her own lies that she just runs her mouth and doesn't care what bullcrap comes out? Okay, so then she says she gonna show the residents that's been blind of what she been doing. Okay, so the residents, they blind from what she been doing, robbing them blind, but they're the ones who are blind. Have you ever heard such a reversal? I mean, like I said, this is making my head hurt. I don't understand it. Does she really believe that? Or is she insane? Okay. And then she goes on to talk about, well, she truly visioned opportunity and businesses. And we know what she just did to the current business that's trying to get their liquor license and open up that we talked about in the last video. But we'll leave that alone for now. We'll get back to that topic on the next video. So moving right along, let's check out this other little white lie that she told that I don't know if anybody caught this, but tell me, watch this and tell me if you catch this whopper that, oh my God, I can't believe that she even said this. Let's cut to the clip.
Tiffany, we are at the infamous ice rink right now. The ice rink that was claimed to be your personal party spot. Is it open to the public? What's going on here?
Yeah, come on. People can
Where's the
tell
ice?
whatever lies all they want, but this is the ice in the garage. We didn't put the ice down this season because they wouldn't allow Public Works to basically help us with the ice. The ice in the garage. The ice in the garage.
The ice in the garage.
Oh my God. Okay, did you hear it? Did you hear the whopper? Did anybody notice this? I didn't notice it the first time that I saw the Tommy G video. Did you hear what she said? The ice in the garage. The ice is in the garage. So after ice skating season is done, they put the ice in the garage. Oh my God. Okay, and of course, everybody else is the ones lying. People can tell they lies all they want. Not want, won't. They can tell all the lies they won't. So it's everyone else. It's not her. This wasn't a personal party spot. Everyone else is lying on her. And the ice is stored in the garage. Oh my God. Gee whiz. Okay, let's go to the next clip. And this one, she's going to lie about what I believe to be the most heinous criminal act that she allegedly committed within the last 4 years. Cut to the clip.
Another of the accusation was that you had the police shoot up a rival.
Shooters. This is comical. I told you it's too many rumors. Why would I do that?
These people have terrorized the residents, went to people's homes, they even came to my house.
Shooters? Too many rumors. Why would I do that? Well, I could give you a list of reasons of why you allegedly wanted to call a hit on the poor lady that your fellas drove by and put 9 bullet holes through the house. And I'm going to tell you what, you let me know in the comments, but I do not believe her for 1 minute. And the facial expression, tone of voice, and the way she covered for this one was screaming lies. She was lying through her teeth. I have been called by friends and family a lie detector because I can pick up on minute things like changes in tone of breath, certain switches in eye movement, gestures, the tightening of muscles, breathing rate, heart rate, just weird little stuff. It's a weird quirk I have. And when I see a change from your steady state, I know you're lying. And in that clip, she was lying. Allegedly, okay, she had something to do with this. That's just my opinion. All right, let's go to the next clip. So in this next one, let's check out Kamal telling a big fat lie in the car. And this one might be the biggest of them all because he's going to sit here and contradict himself right there on the spot. Let's cut to the clip.
Trustees get the paperwork from the CPA?
They do. They own bank accounts too that they're not supposed to be on.
Can you prove it?
Oh, it's already proved. It's on the internet. You saw it? You ain't see it?
No, I didn't see
You
it.
ain't see the checks get wrote?
What checks?
Oh, you ain't see the checks? Oh, you ain't been watching.
Which checks?
It's checks for stuff that they wrote.
Like
For
what?
attorneys, for other things, stuff for other people.
If the trustees are stealing, why,
I didn't say they were stealing.
Oh my God! Wow!
I think you just did.
No, I didn't.
You just said they're stealing, they're getting checks.
I said they own bank accounts.
So wouldn't that be stealing?
What you mean? What the? Hold on one second.
Provide to them.
B.
Okay, so what did we just watch there? Okay, so he said, they own the bank accounts, all sorts of stuff they not supposed to be on. It's already been proved. It's on the internet. And then he goes on to say, you didn't see the checks get wrote? and then after talking about they wrote checks for stuff for the lawyers, for this and for that. And then Tommy G says, so you're saying they're stealing? Huh? I didn't say they were stealing. What you talking about? Nobody said nothing about stealing. But you just said that they were stealing because they were on bank accounts that they shouldn't have been on, and it's already been proven. It's just stupid. That whole conversation was not even worth a discussion because he contradicted himself right there on the spot and then fakes the whole phone call thing to get out of it. So again, is he low IQ? And if he is, I'm not making fun of you, and that's not a good thing to do. Or are we the ones that are supposed to be that stupid that he would think that anyone would fall for that when you just contradicted yourself? Now, I guess the only bad thing would be that if he's that low IQ, but he's into 7 figures, as we talked about on the last video, something's really seriously wrong. Okay, so let's go on to the next nice little lie by Kieth. Shout out to Cooking with Frank. Cooking with Frank likes to refer to him as Keithopotamus. So let's listen to Keithopotamus sit right here on camera and kind of do the same thing that Kamal did, where he just tells a bald-faced lie and then turns around and lies again and acts like, oh yeah, I kind of slightly remember it, and then makes something up. Let's cut to the clip.
He runs the food pantry. We got GA.
Not Dr. Scott's food pantry.
Who? No, I don't know who Dr. Scott is. Who's Dr. Scott?
She was a lady that was having a lot of trouble getting funding for her building.
Oh, the lady that had all the drywall exposed in the video and the building wasn't finished? Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
No, I don't know who Dr. Scott is. Who Dr. Scott?
Who Dr. Scott? Oh, man. That whole mess. Oh, gosh. I don't know what to say about that. Poor Dr. Scott, though. But, you know, the hubris, the gall to just sit there and just say that. And it's almost like he knew he was lying and he was being sarcastic. I think he was kind of trolling. He knew he was lying and he was just trolling Tommy G, acting like, you know, she's just a nothing. She's a nobody. Such a nobody that he wouldn't even bother himself with remembering who no Dr. Scott is, right? Oh, boy. All right. Now, let's go to this next clip where there's a comment made about inspectors who are lying. And I find this to be interesting because this will get into some things when we go to our next Kamal video as it relates to St. Patrick's restaurant. Cut to the clip.
Was fantastic, and this lady was blocking her with permits. She was blocking her with inspections, and not only that, the inspectors, the code enforcers were not certified to do any type of inspections at all.
Yeah, you heard that right. So not only did we have the mayor and the top brass twisting things up, lying, covering things up, but she was using the code inspectors to push more lies to stop Dr. Scott from being able to operate a food pantry for the people so Keithopotamus could get the spotlight for feeding the people, feeding the people. Oh gosh, we can't have somebody else feeding the people, right? Okay, so let's keep it moving. I thought that was interesting. Now we're gonna get to the Tahoe. Let's just get to the Tahoe. This is the last one, and this is the longest clip. Let's just see how far that Tiffany will go with lying about the Tahoe, and it just goes a full, 360. We start out by sneaking and getting it, and then we go to bragging about doing this, and then we go back to I know nothing about it. So it's come full circle. Let's cut to the clip, and then we'll come back and talk about it and wrap it up.
There's something I gotta ask you about. Last time I talked to you, I asked you about the Tahoes. What did you tell me?
From Vegas to Chicago, I rode around in Tahoe.
Tiffany showed me a sneak peek of a song she was dropping, and in that song I heard the lines, "From Vegas to Chicago, riding around in Tahoes," after she had just told me she had nothing to do with the Tahoes. So I had to see what the hell was going on. So just to tell the people what's going on, you're about to debut. Is this a sneak peek at a song?
Oh yeah, definitely. People to feed my people. From Vegas to Chicago, rolling around in Tahoe. 17 cities.
Pause.
Y'all ain't ready.
You just read about it. Yeah. Where are the Tahoes? Where are the Tahoes?
Okay, hang on. I got to jump in here real quick for a second. So, first of all, that is the worst song I've ever heard in my life, and she cannot sing whatsoever. She's tone deaf. But why would you start out? You remember way back when I covered it in the Dalton archives when she first signed the lease for the Tahoe, where it ends up being like $150,000 because of the super high interest rate, and it was not approved by the board of trustees, right? So she goes and she gets the Tahoe, several other Tahoes, and she's got the whole police detail running 24/7 security. So she spent, I think it was north of $1 million when you count the police detail and all the vehicles, right? And then you are dumb enough to come up with a song for the election, right? Where you're boasting about how you feed the people. You know, you're the one feeding the people because, of course, all of your constituents are too stupid to feed themselves, right? Has anybody ever kind of talked about that? The fact that she thinks her constituents are too stupid to feed themselves. Well, we'll set that aside. So she comes out with this boasting song talking about how she feeds the people, but then you blurt out with this line that I'm that girl who was rolling to Las Vegas and through Chicago in all the Tahoes. What? Okay, wait. I thought we were bragging about feeding the people and trying to cover up the Vegas trip, trying to cover up the gross misspending on the Tahoes and the $1 million plus police detail. But now she's bragging about it in the song that she's trying to make a point that she's feeding the people. Is this not the most insidious? This is just like colossal stupidity. Colossal stupidity. Either that or it's just over my head. I can't make sense of that. But anyway, let's go back to the clip and check out Tommy G when he pulls out the actual contract for that Tahoe. And then we'll talk about it.
But you said Kieth Freeman bought him, right?
We went over that, but today is about my election. Today I want to talk about my election.
But what the hell is this?
I want to talk about my election.
What is this?
What is that?
That's your signature, dude.
That someone used, and I told you that.
So someone forged your signature.
They did. The board knows about that, so why don't you ask them about it?
If you look at me in my face and tell me something, and then someone's like, hey, she lied to you, look at the thing.
I didn't lie to you. I didn't lie. I did not sign it.
So Kieth Freeman forged your signature?
Yes.
To see if it's possible if Kieth Freeman forged Tiffany's signature, let's compare this signature with other Tiffany signatures that we have. And we have many of them. Here, here, and here. So it's either Tiffany is adding yet another lie to the pile, or Kieth Freeman is the best forger that Dalton's ever seen. If this isn't substance, it's on paper.
Hold on. Let's talk about the trustees stealing $100,000. And they gave to their lawyer just, February 11th or the 13th.
How'd they steal it?
They wired the money to him. They're not on bank accounts. How are they doing it? Let's talk about Jason House giving the lawyer $108,000 that he signed on a check and he's not on the bank account. That's the real stuff. I put up receipts. Y'all don't talk about that. Y'all talk about
receipts?
Online.
Where?
Online.
Oh my God. So you heard that. The board lied and Kieth Freeman forged the signature. So let's think about this. All right, so let's say the board did lie and Kieth Freeman did forge that exact signature that's on everything. Maybe he used a stamp. Okay, so if Kieth Freeman forged the signature and the board lied, then why did you ride around in those Tahoes for the next 2 years? Does that make any sense? Duh, Tiffany. And if Kieth Freeman basically stole that Tahoe, all those vehicles, right? why would you brag about it in your rap song? So you're feeding the people and rolling around in Tahoes, Vegas to Chicago. My head is going to explode. I can't take it. I mean, it's one thing that we know how much wrongdoing has gone on. You know, the things that have been proven in a court of law, the things that she's already known to be guilty of. Most of these other things are allegations. I can't unravel. I can't figure out. I can't make sense of how she would say such things that are so stupid sounding that this is worse than what you would hear come out of an 8-year-old's mouth. You know, when you hear a child that is lying, let's say you tell a kid, don't get into the snack cabinet and don't eat any Cheetos. And so the Cheetos bag is gone, and then you see the kid on the couch watching TV, and they've got Cheeto crumbs all over their mouth. They say, I didn't eat no Cheetos. You know, that's the style of lying that we see going on with Tiffany and Kamal and her people. I mean, it's juvenile. It's childish. This is something that, you know, I almost tend to think, I wonder if she was allowed to emotionally mature any farther than a third grader. What happened to her in her childhood? Maybe first grade. Because like I said, I mean, I've seen 8-year-olds, 7-year-olds, 6-year-olds lie like this. To tell you a lie right in your face.
To me, I'm not used to dealing with people that can look you straight in the eyes and lie like that.
Right.
Okay, when the evidence is clear, this is a childish lie. So I don't understand. So which is it? Are we dealing with a complete psychotic individual who doesn't even know that she's doing this, who doesn't even realize that she has the mindset of an 8-year-old? Or does she think that we are all that stupid, that the general public is so far beneath her that she can tell lies that you would normally trick an 8-year-old kid with? You tell me. I don't know. Post it in the comments and let me know. But like I said, this is just extraordinary to me. I can't figure it out. I really can't. Stay tuned because we're going to jump back into that whole St. Patrick's restaurant thing. We got so much more to talk about. Shout out to all of the friends, the content creators who are staying on the topic. Cooking with Frank, the wonderful, lovely Cafe of Knowledge, and Grace. I'm going to be sharing some information that Grace uncovered. She's been doing some good digging, so stay tuned. You better like, comment, subscribe, tick the notification bell, do all of the good stuff so you don't miss this next video, and let's chop it up in the comments. That's all I've got for this one. Until next time, this is Carlton, and I am out.